Hello, musicians. I just have some updates, and don't worry, this isn't the big everything has changed. But as facts change and as science and directives change, Keystone will be nimble and adjust accordingly. So for the time being, you may have heard, particularly if you're a current student, you may have gotten the email that Keystone is going to go to an indoor masking policy. And that does not mean that we can't have large ensembles. It does not mean that performance music isn't coming back. It just means that we're going to have some adjustments from the previous video that I shared with you that I'm going to explain now, and they are minor. We're still going to be able to do it, and as soon as the facts change, hopefully this Delta variant wave calms down, Keystone will adjust again accordingly. Of course, we all want to move towards complete normalcy. So there's going to just be some small changes for what I outlined in the previous video. We are still going to have large ensembles. They're not going to be completely spread out by 10 feet like we did last fall. We're just going to implement some masking when you're not actively playing. So if you're a saxophone player, and we're playing, of course, you're going to have the saxophone in your mouth and you're going to play. If I move on to work with the flutes, or if I'm explaining something at the whiteboard, you're going to put your mask on. In and out of rehearsal, we're going to wear a mask. To the restrooms, we're going to wear a mask at breaks. So that's basically what we're going to do. There are some ensembles such as percussion, drum line, things like that, that we're just going to wear a mask the whole time until that indoor masking policy is lifted. Choral musicians, it's not going to be quite as stringent. We're going to have some run-throughs without masks, but in rehearsal, oftentimes we're going to keep the masks on again for the time being to help keep people safe. The other thing that we're going to do is we're going to ask all our musicians, take your temperature right before rehearsal. And if you don't, we're going to have one of those forehead temperature guns, me and the staff members, and we might check temperatures as you come in. Students at Keystone are going to be randomized testing with athletics, so you might have a randomized test. All non-wind instruments, you're going to wear masks, as I previously explained. We'll be spaced just a little bit apart. If you remember the chorale, we were often like shoulder to shoulder. We'll be spaced out a little bit more than that, but not the 6 feet, not huge barriers. Speaking of barriers, we'll use them very strategically. The place I think I'm going to use the barriers, honestly, is flutes. Flutes, if you think about it, instead of the aerosolization going into a tube, it goes out into the world. So flutes, you might have some plastic barriers in front of you. We're still going to use advanced cleaning, which I think is, something maybe we'll do it forever. You will avoid some of those flus and colds. So you'll see me spraying down chairs and just the room being cleaned before rehearsal and after rehearsal. And we're going to stick with our normal rehearsal schedule, but you may see for the longer rehearsals, like the 2-hour jazz band, you may see me cutting those short just by a bit. If we accomplish our goals instead of continuing to go, the less time together inside. If we've accomplished our goals musically, we might dismiss early. So you might get a little bit of free time here and there. So overall, again, if you got that email, you're a current Keystone student, you might have, like I did when we first talked about this at the institution, you might be worried. We are still going to move forward with large ensembles. We're just going to make these adjustments to help keep everyone safe. And to help, just like our athletic partners at Keystone, we still want to have sports, we still want to have music. We're just going to adjust a bit to come into alignment with those new masking policies. If you have any questions about any of this, let me know. We're looking forward to everything starting September 7th, and some of those recruitment emails are going out this afternoon. So look for your inbox. If it has your name in the title, in the subject line of the email specifically, make sure to read that one. Don't just gloss over that. Okay. Hope you have a great Thursday. Can't wait to see you to make music in just a couple of weeks. Bye.